Hello my lovely viewer, I am back once again with an American superhero film based on Marvel Comics, titled Doctor Strange. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and please take care. As a disclaimer, this video includes my own analysis, commentary, and it's not a substitute of the full movie. Click the link below to watch, buy or rent the movie. The movie introduces us to Dr. Stephen Strange, one of the top neurosurgeons. Christine Palmer hurries to him, and shows him the report of the patient who is declared to be dead by other doctors. Well, she knows his abilities and asks him to perform surgery. He successfully performs the surgery. Now let's talk about Christine Palmer. She is his ex-girlfriend. She broke up with him because of his selfish and arrogant behavior. The movie cut us to the night scene. Dr. Strange is driving the car, and his colleague informs him about the several patient information. He chooses tough cases and rejects the normal cases, according to his standard. But suddenly he meets with a car accident, causing permanent damage to his hand. He is frustrated because all of his career is gone and he is unable to move his hand. He starts looking for experimental ways to cure his hands. He then goes to meet Jonathan Pangborn, who was paralyzed from the mid-chest completely, and informs him about the guru, called Kamar Taj, in Nepal. Furthermore, he adds that there were deeper secrets to learn there, but he didn't have the strength to receive them, and chooses to return. He wishes good luck to Dr. Strange and returns to the game. He goes to Nepal. He asks the people about the Kamar Taj, but nobody knows about it. Mordo has been following him and also rescues him from the gangs, then takes him to the Kamar Taj. Ancient One, head of the Masters of the Mystic Arts of the Sorcerers of Kamar Taj, welcomes him and tells him about the spiritual healing, but he doesn't believe him. Soon she separates his soul and the body and shows the reality. He begs her to teach him and heals him, but she throws him out of the building, since he has been disrespectful to her. He waits for hours at the door. It is clear that he is not giving up so easily. In the meantime, Mordo convinces her that Dr. Strange might be helpful in fighting against Caecilius, who was once a student of her, but has turned against the Ancient One. Though Ancient One refused to allow other sorcerers to explore the dark dimension, which he felt may grant him immortality, and even reunite him with his deceased wife and son. So, Caecilius formed his own gang of the Masters of the Mystic Arts, known as the Zealots. They swarmed Kamar Taj's library, and steal a particular page from the Book of Cagliostro, which would allow them to summon Dormammu. Mordo and the Ancient One teach Dr. Strange about the astral plane and the mirror dimensions. Meanwhile, in the library, he finds about the Eye of Agamotto, in the book, secretly reads it, and decides to give it a try. He opens the eyes of Agamotto, and easily reverses and forward the time. He then finds what actually was in the torn part of the book. In the meantime, Wong and Mordo show up there, and warn him about the danger of performing the rituals, which would open branches in the time, causing unstable dimensions, spatial paradoxes, and time loops. To make him more clear, Mordo and Wong explain how Agamotto built 3 sanctums in places of power, in the great cities of Hong Kong, New York, and the London. And furthermore adds that these sanctums create protective shields around the world, and their job is to protect the sanctums. When they are talking, Caecilius and his zealots attack the London sanctum. Dr. Strange found himself in front of Caecilius. They fight using their own power. Shortly, Dr. Strange throws a trap at Caecilius, and traps him. But Caecilius laughs at him, because Dr. Strange lost his sling ring. One of the members of Zealots shows up there, and attacks him on the chest. But out of nowhere, the Clock of Levitation shows up there, and fights with the member. Dr. Strange is injured, and opens the portal to his hospital for treatment. Dr. Palmer comes there. He asks her to take him to the operation theater. He lay on the bed, and passes out, but soon his astral body shows up and assists her in the operation. But, one of the members from Zealots shows up there. The astral body fights with the member. The astral body kills the member. Then the astral body goes back to the main body. He wakes up, thanks to her, and leaves from there. He returns to the Kamar Taj along with the Cloak of Levitation. He tells to Ancient One that he killed one of the members of Zealots, and is in the hallway. Though he fights his best, but couldn't protect London's sanctum. But now, she wants him to protect the New York sanctum, and Hong Kong sanctum, and honors him by saying, Master Strange. But he rejects her offer, saying that when he became the doctor, he had sworn an oath, to do no harm. And tells Mordo about the Ancient One's long life, and the source of immortal. He further adds that she draws power from the dark dimension to stay alive. Mordo is surprised to know about it, but still doesn't believe it. Caecilius and his gangs show up there. They both hurry to stop them. Doctor Strange opens the mirror dimension, hoping that Caecilius won't be able to affect the real world. He snatched the sling ring from the Caecilius, and runs from there into the street of New York. Shortly, they came to know that he is more powerful in the mirror dimension. Then they run from there, and try to open the portal to escape, but Caecilius manipulates the city, turning the whole city into multiple upside down. Caecilius is about to kill the Doctor Strange. Fortunately, the Ancient One arrives there, and saves him. Now Mordo believes that she draws power from the dark dimension. Caecilius and his gang fight with the Ancient One, but sadly, she gets stabbed by Caecilius. They quickly open the portal, and take her to the hospital. As her breath falls, Doctor Strange again transforms into the astral body, and talks with the soul of the Ancient One. She tells him that her time has come, and also she has been waiting for death for a long time. She informs him that he and Mordo, only together, has the chance to stand and stop against Dormammu. She then disappears from there, leaving the body in the hospital. She dies. Now it depends on Doctor Strange and Mordo to stop Dormammu. Meanwhile, Caecilius and Zealots are in the Hong Kong, and head toward the Sanctum. In the meantime, Doctor Strange meets Mordo, and tells him about the death of the Ancient One. Mordo is not happy with Ancient One, for lying to him for those years, where she draws power from the dark dimension, and forbids them to use it. Doctor Strange convinces him to save the Hong Kong Sanctum before it collapses. Then Doctor Strange opens the portal, and both jump in it and reach the Hong Kong. But sadly the place is already havoc. Caecilius has already destroyed the Sanctum, which means Wong and his team are destroyed by the Zealots, and the dark dimension starts to swallow the city. Caecilius is about to attack the Doctor Strange, but right at that moment, he opens the Eye of Agamotto, causing everything to reverse in the past. He then brings Wong back to life and also apologizes for breaking the rule of nature. Such a gentleman. It is good to break the rule, in order to serve the greater good. Doctor Strange and Mordo fight against the Caecilius and the Zealots. Shortly, Doctor Strange, Mordo, and Wong run to stop the dark dimension from engulfing the world. But Caecilius comes there, and uses his power to stop the time. Due to its power, Doctor Strange lies unconscious on the ground. Everything is now at a halt. But soon he wakes up and jumps into the dark dimension to fight with Dormammu. Doctor Strange forms a time loop, and traps himself and Dormammu in a loop, where Dormammu repeatedly kills Doctor Strange to no end. Eventually, Dormammu agrees with the deal to leave the Earth, taking Caecilius and the Zealots back into the dark dimension. As per the deal, Doctor Strange frees the loop, and the dark dimension leaves from there. Ultimately, the Earth is saved. All are happy except Mordo. He didn't like the Ancient One and the Doctor Strange breaching the natural laws, and therefore, he renounces his sorcerer's responsibilities. Meanwhile, Wong and the Doctor Strange return to the Kamar Taj. Doctor Strange put the Eye of Agamotto in its place. Doctor Strange is now the supreme sorcerer, and then moves to New York Sanctum as the protector. Now let's cut to the post-credit scene. Doctor Strange meets with the Thor, where Doctor Strange asks him the reason to bring Loki to New York. Thor tells him that they are there to find their father, Odin, and also adds that as soon as they find Odin, they will return to Asgard promptly. In the next scene, Mordo finds the location of Pangborn, and takes back the mystical abilities that allowed him to walk, and says that the Earth has too many sorcerers. The movie ends here. Until then, subscribe to watch more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like and comment to support the channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.